I'm an intensive care consultant. I'm on call at the moment. I can't tell you where I am. But we are very busy and we're filling up. And I've just taken a little break and I thought I'd listen. I've been listening throughout the day and meaning to phone because it is beyond me why people don't see what they are creating by just continuing to go out. We're treating the people who got infected 2 weeks ago, and we're getting full. So people getting infected now, who will be treated in 2 weeks' time, I don't know what's going to happen. I was driving in today, I can't remember whose show it was. Anyway, I thought I'd get in pretty quickly because there'd be nobody on the streets, but it took me longer to get to work than normal. And I was just amazed at the number of people I saw on the roads, on the streets, walking, going in and out of shops, which is fair enough. They've got to buy food. And then I think Sheila Fogarty said that she had heard that on her tweets that people who are not working and are working from home are going into the bars. And that's what happened in Italy. And the only way this virus stops is if we stop touching each other. If we got to keep 2 meters away from each other, we've got to wash our hands and just not touch anybody. And it may not be you that gets it, but for every one person that gets it off you, by the time 10 people have got it and it's passed through 10 lots of infection, we're up to tens of thousands of people who will have this virus, of which 10% will come into hospital, of which 4% will come into ICUs. You don't need to be a mathematician.
Yeah,
completely.
You're already filling up.
Full. We're expanding. This is serious. I don't know. Yeah. I don't quite get, why a government has to tell you, don't go to a pub. If you go to a pub, somebody who gets the infection that you may have, it may not be the person you touch, but within 10 people, there'll be people who will be dead. That's basically the way this thing works. And I think anyone who goes for a Mother's Day thing to somebody's pub, it's beyond immoral. This will not stop unless we stop going out and infecting other people.
You sound, Jack, not just frustrated, but quite
furious.
Upset. Yeah.
Well, I've been now doing this for, I don't know, 3 weeks we've been doing this. It's getting worse. There are doctors going down. There are nurses going down. Healthcare workers will die. There's been people in Italy, healthcare workers, many healthcare workers who have died. And, I've cried. My colleagues have cried. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've never seen anything anywhere near this. Swine flu was a ripple compared to this. And it's catastrophic. And I just feel I'm on a sort of parallel planet to the rest of this country. I just don't. I come to work and I'm in a different universe to what's going on outside the window, and I can't understand why people don't get it. This isn't a joke. There will be no pubs because there'll be nobody going into them. This has got to stop. And I am very upset, and I'll be a different person at the end of it. And so will a lot of my colleagues. And, I don't know what will happen, but,
Well, look, Jack, I just
feel extremely strongly that, when I'm hearing people saying, I'm just going to go to the pub, it's Mother's Day, I don't care. Well, I'm afraid that is killing people. It's going to kill people, and not just kill people, people who may survive it, could be crippled, be respiratory crippled for the rest of their lives. do you not necessarily just get better? You may not die, but you don't necessarily get back to what you were. And we will be overwhelmed, even if everybody just goes into their rooms now and doesn't go out again from what's happened in the last 2 weeks, because this sort of respiratory stuff comes 10 days after the infection that you get. So we're going to be looking at people
when you hear the Prime Minister talking about we can get this down and we can start to turn the tide on this in 12 weeks, from your medical expertise, from everything that you have seen, and the complete juxtaposition between what you're seeing at work and what you're seeing when you come into work, what do you make of that 12-week assessment?
Yeah, we can. You just got to stay in. I'm sorry, almost swore. I saw something on CNN, and the guy said, we're a generation of people who have strived to make our lives so that we can basically function from a sofa. You can sit and watch Netflix, sit and watch Sky, order everything on Amazon, order anything on Ocado. You don't need to go out. When we were at war, in the war, not this war that we're in now, people were lying about their ages and lying about their health so that they could go into battle and fight and die for our country. All we're asking, all people are asking, is for you to go and sit on your sofa. And I know that it's going to cause a lot of problems. I know I'm going to be getting paid and I can pay my mortgage, and I'm very lucky if I survive, But, which I may not do, I'm not, we don't know. Right, but that's what people are being asked to do. It's not that. That's it. The virus doesn't crawl under your door. The only way you'll get it is if you go to a pub or a club or a restaurant or go on the tube and you get it off somebody. If you sit in your house, you won't get it. Right, and nobody else will get it. And the virus can only live if it goes from one person to another person. If that doesn't happen, the virus is gone. It's finished. And we may have to wait for a vaccination, and we may have to have a bit of inconvenience for a while. And I know that a lot of people are going to be, financially crippled, and that's not my remit, and I'm not in the government, and I can't deal with all of that. But, if we don't do it, we've had it. There's no
I wonder,
choice.
Jack, whether then your assessment of how serious this is means that, forget the pubs and the clubs and the restaurants and closing them down, you need an Italian-style, Chinese-style, complete total lockdown, people told to stay in their homes, otherwise the chances of spreading this are greatly increased. Do you think that's needed?
You just need to. I don't know why we think we're sort of not Italy and not China, and the virus is somehow different in the UK or in America. It's going to be different. And I understand we're a liberal democracy and we're not China, and I get that. And I don't know what will happen in China when they start to release people. There's still lots of people who can get it. They're not immune. So I don't know. I'm not an immunologist and I'm not an epidemiologist. I don't. But I do know that if we carry on just passing this virus to each other, we're going to be overwhelmed. However many beds, however many ventilators we have, however many IT nurses we have.